Hello there and welcome to the presentation on how to make a video for a flipped class or more, just for the sake of making a video. The part you couldn't see, obviously, I had to set up the recording first, and I simply did that by hitting the record button here, and I'm in the Inspire software. So some housekeeping stuff. I'll go over all this stuff during the presentation as well. But a couple things you need to know first. Let me get out of here. If you're looking for the Inspire software, it's going to be found in your hard drive. You can certainly do a search up here if you'd like. Let's see if I clicked on this or not. There we go. It's an application, and it should be over in the Promethean folder somewhere. So let me scroll down to the letter P. We have, I know my alphabet, I know it. There it is, Promethean, the Inspire software. And let's see what we can find here. Here the Inspire is, and I have that dragged over into my dock. It's already there, so I'm not actually going to drop it in there again. So that's where that is. And then I simply went into my Inspire software. And let's see if we can open that up here. Okay, it does appear to be open. Let's look at a window. I'm not sure why the whole thing closed. I guess it's hiding down here. There we go. There we go. I don't need both these open. I'll close one of them. So where does this come from, you might be wondering? Both of these tools here, and in fact any of these tools if you'd like. If you go into Inspire and check the preferences, and then go to the commands, you can find all kinds of commands, the highlighter, the eraser, magic angle, that stuff. But the important ones for the video are your screen capture here and the sound recorder. So if you bring this bar about halfway down, we'll start seeing some stuff that looks like it belongs. Here's a full screen recorder, and just above that is the sound recorder. You got a sound controller and stops all sound. I've not used them very much, but a lot of options in here, a lot of different stuff. I have a spotlight in there. The calculator is not a bad idea to have in there. I'm going to add that a while. I do not have that currently. If you're doing quick computations rather than having to pull up your TI Smart View, the calculator here is handy. On-screen keyboard, you can use that if you want. That also is something I do not use. I just walk over to my computer and type stuff as needed at that point. And again, I'm using the Airliner and not the other notebook. What do we have? The Active Slate. I find the Airliner much more seamless and seems to work better. I've had issues using the Airliner with QuickTime, so I don't use QuickTime. That's how I started using the sound recorder here. But a lot of different things you can do. I go through and I say, hey guys, we're going to start the logarithms unit, and I start doing stuff. Logarithms, what does a graph look like? Oh, that was ugly. They actually like seeing some mistakes and talking and saying, oh, that was a bad graph. Or here, let's draw a quick log coming up through here, and be like, wait, that's not a log. Oh yes, it's a logarithm. Crosses that one. Be a little quirky when you're doing the video. Make some jokes. My name's Mr. Nice. So my kids all suggested I have a sign off and say like, hey, it was nice of you to show up today, or it was nice of you to watch the video, or have a nice day. They want a little. They enjoy hearing your voice, believe it or not, much more than seeing your face, at least in my case. So there's a couple different things here. You can also pull up the calculator, which is great because you can go through the actual steps that you take of entering equations and going through how to find a window if you're doing an application problem of a cubic and it's a real-world application about the volume of a box and it's got dimensions 10 minus 2x and 14 minus 2x with a height of x. You can tell them the zeros and the roots. You can option between the key press history or the large screen and get to see all this. So right now all this stuff is being captured on my screen capture. The sound is in there as well. So it's a real plus. You can go through some sketchpad demonstrations of setting up, if you want to set up, the slope of a tangent line. I'll do some calculus stuff here with sketchpad, and we can talk about limit definition, if in fact it decides to pop up or not. Here comes sketchpad. So if you want to go through the process of talking to the kids about the limit definition of a derivative, set up your grid. I'm going to throw a graph in there that's making a nice little cubic function. Let's say x to the third and we'll throw in like a +5 in there. Okay, and there's my graph. Well, that's not conducive to what I need, so we'll show them how to change the shape of the graph so it does what you want it to do. You know, let's slide the whole graph down a little bit. All this is being recorded. It's great. Let's put a point on the curve and another point on the curve, and let's connect those 2 points. Select, construct a segment, and then I can construct a line through there as well. I think I need both of them for this little demonstration here. And we can calculate the slope by measuring the slope, and we can talk about this. You know, it says slope AB. I think I can change the title of that though. I thought I could. Let's call that the slope of the secant line. Right there. Put those guys together. And then I can take this guy and I can animate him. Oops, let's unselect the slope there. Take this A and animate him by display animate point. And he's moving the wrong way. I'm going to flip him the other way. And you know, you can talk to them about the limit as the distance from B to A, the horizontal distance, the change in x approaches 0, and how the secant line, because it's connecting 2 points of a curve, is actually becoming more and more like a tangent line. And in fact, when it gets to, wait for it, when it gets to point B and A actually equals B, oh, too much. When A actually equals B, we can now say that is the slope of a tangent line right now. Okay, slope of tangent line. And I'm going to have to pause this because I am getting a phone call right now. Hello, Mr. Nice. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what? Sure. I was in the middle of a video as we speak. I actually mentioned I had to pause the video because I was getting a phone call. No, it's fine. They're actually probably still hearing the voice because I just paused the screen capture. So we'll see. All right. Thanks. Bye. So we are back. Let's see if I can start the sound recorder. Oops, I think I was doing I believe I was still recording all of that. Let's see here. Yep, we are still recording, so I think you guys had a little lapse in time there. I can get out of that though, so we can show you some editing stuff. I don't know if I can do a screen capture of the editing, but I'll do my best. So at any rate, a lot of different things we can do here, and we will actually call that a video. And in order to end a video, I'm simply going to go up to my screen recorder.